Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And
This is our review of the NECA Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers action figure. And this is from the original Halloween 2 by John Carpenter. Not the Rob Zombie one, just because there's 2 Halloween 2s. And soon there's going to be 3 Halloween 2s, just to confuse everybody more. Yeah, that's really cool they made this. When they came out with the 2018 Michael Myers, I'm like, oh, I really hope they go back and make the originals. But from what NECA keeps saying, they can't make the first movie. And from what they've said recently, I guess they can't make any of the other movies either. Or something like that. Or don't want to, I don't know. I think the first one they can't, and then some of the other ones they don't want to. I don't know. At least they made this one. Because I do like Halloween 2. It's a good one.
that looks like a skull with really weird hair.
No! I think that picture's awesome. You just ruined a picture for me. I thought that's like one of my favorite Halloween images is this pumpkin skull.
I do like it, but it can also look like a skull with really weird hair.
I've never seen that. It always looked like a pumpkin skull to me. I think it's cool. I was actually thinking I wish they actually made a little sculpt of that. Even though it's not in a movie or nothing, it'd just be kind of a cool little thing. But yeah, there's the Halloween 2 Michael Myers cover. The side. The other side. And there's some pictures of the figure. Some of the other options you get. It says, includes scalpel, knife, syringe, hammer, opening pumpkin, and 3 interchangeable heads. And then you open this up here. And there's a picture of the figure. And there is a figure with all his accessories. Well, let's open him up. Okay, so there he is all opened up. And all his accessories down there. And I think he's really cool. But looking at the head just really makes me want a part 1 Michael. Because it just, the mask being worn out for part 2, I mean, NECA captured it here, but it just makes me want the part 1 mask in ultimate form. But I mean, still, it's cool to get an older Michael Myers. I'm like not trying to be like, this is crap. I'm not trying to be like that. It's just that I really want a part 1 Michael Myers. But it is cool. For not getting that, it's cool to get a part 2 one. Because I did like that. I like that one a lot. And I like that he comes with the alternate heads, comes with the Ben Tramer mask, which looks a lot more like part 1, like the way the cheeks and stuff are. Mm-hmm. So this could be converted into a part 1 mask if you'd have to cut these sideburns off, I think.
And do some work on the hair. Yeah,
the hair's kind of standing up all crazy like his was. But I think it could work. And then it comes with the alternate Michael mask after he gets shot in the face. It's bleeding out the eyes. I guess he just kind of gets shot in the eyes. Or,
he's crying.
Yeah. Even got those blood kind of going off to the side. It looks pretty cool.
Got the neck blood too.
And he's got alternate hands. 1 for his right hand and 2 for his left hand. He's got a hammer. A knife, a scalpel, a syringe, which I really like the syringe and scalpel. They did a pretty good job on, like, that's one of the things is like I think of Michael as having a kitchen knife, but in that movie he like used a syringe a lot, or he used a scalpel a lot, and also he had a syringe, and it just, I'm glad he did a good job on them. Because I didn't want it to look like he's just holding, like, you'd be like, what is he holding? Just like a little piece of plastic. I can't tell what it is. But you can tell this is a scalpel, so that's pretty cool. That he's not just going to be holding something and you'll be like, what is he holding? And he comes with the pumpkin. The pumpkin from the opening credit intro or whatever. Which is really cool.
Pumpkin might be my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. So, I guess we'll go over the figure first. He comes with, this looks like, once again, it kind of like retooled or whatever they call it. Very similar to the Michael Myers 2018 suit, but there are differences. Like you can see, like the collar shaped differently. It looks like a lot of the wrinkles are different too. So I'm thinking maybe, but on the back, you can see some of the wrinkles are exactly the same almost, like right here and stuff. But there are differences in the sculpt because this has holes, like bullet holes or whatever, in his coveralls. And like I said, the collar's different, and the pocket shapes and designs are different. And also, this one, he looks a little chubbier in the new one. This one looks a little more thin, as it should. It's kind of hard to tell, but it does, to me, look a little more thin.
His legs are definitely different.
Are they?
Look at the back.
They look the same to me.
This.
Oh, I was looking up here.
Oh, lower
Yeah,
legs.
the thighs look like they're the same sculpt. But yeah, lower legs do look different. The new one's a lot more wrinkly than the old one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like these forearms are the same. So yeah, they're using a lot of the same parts, which, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of differences with the upper body here with the sculpt. You can see how big the mask looks. That's one thing. It's in the second movie, the mask looked all big and fat and round. And I think it's because, I guess like Nick Castle's head was a little smaller in the first movie, and then Dick Warlock was under the mask in the second one, and he had a much bigger head.
You big-headed bitch.
And that also goes with Roy. Roy also has different pockets from all three of them. But once again, they got some of them same wrinkles on the back. And it looks like the same thighs. And so there are a lot of similarities between them coverall people. But as for the head, I think they did a pretty good job on it. But something's a little weird. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the hair. Like his hair's super slicked back, and they got it slicked back here. But I don't know. There's something off, and I don't know what it is. Unless I'm just... The movie's really dark. Part 2 is dark. Well, so is the first one, but the second one also really dark, so it's... Seeing him in the light might be part of the issue, too. Turn the lights off and review them. But it does look pretty cool. Definitely looks like Michael Myers.
Lots of bullet holes.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Is there 6 shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I shot him 6 times! Oh my goodness! But yeah, I think it's just so cool. There's a part 2 Michael Myers out. And I wasn't sure if we'd ever get any Michael Myerses.
Myerses.
Yeah.
Myerses.
I want to switch some heads. So there he is with a bloody mask. Blood coming out of his eyes after getting shot.
You make me so sad. He just looks so weird, crying blood.
This is where he starts swinging around, hitting at anything because he can't see. But that's pretty cool. It's going to be hard to decide which one I want on. Because I like the blood coming out, but also I don't like the idea of him being blind.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'll decide later.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's the Ben Tramer head. If you remember in part 1, this was the guy that Laurie's friend tried to set her up on a date with, and she didn't want nothing to do with it. But in the second movie, he's wearing this mask, and a cop accidentally runs into him and blows him up.
Going like 70 miles an hour on a residential street.
Even though I liked part 2, that part was just dumb. That was like, what? Why did that just happen?
It just like immediately explodes.
It was like Loomis and I think the other cop are yelling at Ben Tramer because they thought he was Michael, yelling at him to stop, and he's like, oh shit, and he's like running across the street, and then another cop runs into him, wrecks him into an ambulance, I forget, he wrecks him into some other car and explodes, and Ben Tramer burns up and dies. It's like, what the... What?
I didn't see him. Well, did you see the other fucking vehicle that he ran into? Like, what the hell, dude?
He's like, why the hell did that just happen? But anyway, he burned up and died. But he had the blonde mask instead of the brown haired mask. And it does look a lot more like the first one in the face sculpt, 'cause especially the cheek area. But the hair is all crazy. Like his hair was all standing up, and they kind of did that here. The hair standing up. So if this was to be customized into part 1, Michael, you'd have to cut some of that hair off and sculpt it a little, and obviously repaint it. But still,
it could be done.
It is cool that they included this. It's like, I don't think anybody would be that excited about having a Ben Tramer figure. It's just one of them things that's like a cool option that they included.
Yeah, it's not like they're gonna make him by himself.
Yeah, because he's just some guy. He's not like a killer. He's not a hero. He's just some guy.
You're this random guy.
So here's a look at this pumpkin.
I love the pumpkin.
And even if it didn't open up, it's pretty cool looking. Really detailed with the paint and everything. It looks real dirty. They got the lines painted in there. And then nice sculpt of the eyes.
Pumpkin guts.
Yeah, that makes me, like, when I was growing up, every time you did pumpkins, you had to cut everything out of it. Like all the goop and gunk. But it makes me wonder, it just looks so cool with the gunk left in. I think part of the issue is, like, if you leave it in, your candle might go out. It's probably why you should.
Yeah.
But it just looks so cool in that scene.
I think it might rot faster, too, because it has all that moisture in there.
Maybe. But yeah, it opens up. And then there's the skull in there. And that's a really cool looking skull. Mm-hmm. It's like a Ghost Rider looking skull.
And I like that the skull moves on the hinge, like all 3 pieces move independently, so you can adjust it. Mm-hmm. Have it open however far you want.
And that was like one of the coolest intros of like a horror movie, was just that zooming in on a pumpkin and it opens up and there's a skull in there. It was so cool. I'm glad they made this. That's similar to like what I was saying. It'd be cool if they made that skull pumpkin that's on the cover of the box for this. But it's like this. They didn't need to make this because it doesn't appear in the movie other than in that intro thing. So it is awesome that they actually made something like this.
It isn't like an iconic scene though, even though it's not in the actual movie part.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really like this. And I think I probably will get a second one because I might try to turn this into part 1 of Michael. So when I get a second one, I might take that skull out and use it just a skull or something. I don't know what.
It is a pretty good skull. I mean, it looks really nice.
I like it. So yeah, this is a pretty impressive little thing. I really like this. It might be one of my favorite parts of this too. Mm-hmm. So here he is holding the scalpel. He has a specific hand for holding the scalpel. It looks pretty good. Yeah, he does use this a lot in part 2.
That's because they're in a hospital.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing. Being in the hospital was just a memorable thing about that movie. So there he is holding the syringe. And I'm guessing that's the hand. I mean, it looks like he's going to press down on it. But yeah, I really do like that syringe. They did a good job on it, even though it's so small. It just looks so good. It's probably kind of delicate though. Hard plastic. It could probably break real easily. But yeah, I like that a lot though. That's really cool.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm. And here he is holding the hammer. It seems like this hand is meant for the hammer. I don't know why he's using his other hand, but maybe he does in a movie. I can't remember. I really don't pay attention to if he's right-handed or left-handed for every kill. But
you should know these things.
One thing is, if he's using this hand for the hammer, all the options for this hand are holding stuff hands, either this hand or this hand. So it seems like maybe there should be another relaxed hand or something for here when he's using the hammer. Here I got a hold of the knife. I just used the scalpel hand for the knife. You could probably also use the hammer hand if you wanted to. But this looks pretty good. I like the sculpt of that. It really looks like a realistic positioning of the fingers.
Yeah, that's a good holding hand.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. He does seem to have that slight issue that we talked about in the Roy review of this leg being a little longer, it seems. He does look a slightly bit lopsided.
Cock-hipped.
Mm-hmm.
He's cock-hipped.
And that's a found from a lot of people commented on the Roy review saying that they had multiple figures, Predators, Freddy, lots of figures that have this sort of issue. So I guess it's pretty common, more common than I thought it was. Okay, articulation. It's going to be the same as Roy if you watched the Roy video. But yeah, ball joint head. Well, maybe a little different because his collar might hinder him, but not very much.
Seem to.
No. His arm can go up. That. He's got double jointed elbows, which is really good for stabbing poses and things like that. Or like also when he's got the bloody eyes, he reaches up and kind of touches his eyes. So that's cool. You can do that.
Or when he's talking on his cell phone.
Yeah, you can do that. And then the wrist can spin. There's a hinge, but his hand just kind of popped off. Can't do anything at the torso because of the coveralls. But then at the hips, you can do that. And then you can kick out like that, go back like that. The knee can bend about that far. Down to the ankles. Do that. Just tilt. And while we're looking at the ankles, this one thing I want to mention was, for some reason they made that blue. It was just kind of weird.
Black, shouldn't it? Are they boots?
Seems like, yeah, I thought they were boots, and I don't know why, because on 2018 they made them black. Or no, they're blue too.
Are they?
Yeah, they're the same color as the pants there too.
Oh, well, it's so close on that one, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. What did
I
they do?
really thought he had boots and not shoes.
What did they do in Roy? Well, Roy's is black. So
He's a different dude.
Yeah, but still. He's got green pants, brown shoes, black right there. So that, I mean, it's, you don't really see it unless you're looking down here, so it's not a big deal. But it's just, I don't know. It's just one thing. It seems like maybe that should be black, but yeah, it's not a big deal. You're not really going to see it. So yeah, his articulation is pretty good for what you would need Michael to do, I think. You don't got a whole lot in the torso, but you don't really need it. So there's Michael next to the Ultimate Jason and Ultimate Freddy. That's pretty cool, having ultimate figures of all of them. And basically original versions. So that'll be part 2 Michael, part 2 Freddy, and part 3... yeah, part 3 Jason. And there's Michael next to the Ultimate Leatherface and Ultimate Chucky. Can't wait for that Ultimate Pinhead and Ultimate Sam figures to come out. That'd be awesome. Okay, so I really, really like this figure. I'm really glad we got an older classic Michael Myers. And they did a pretty good job on it. I like all the bullet holes.
I really like the bloody eyes face.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Like you said, one of the best parts of this whole set is that pumpkin skull. That is one of the coolest things that's ever come to the figure.
I love the pumpkin skull and the syringe are like my 2 favorite parts about this. I
really, like, it's a weird thing, but I'm really impressed by the syringe and the scalpel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they're so small, but they did such a good job. And they actually look like what they are, even though they're so tiny.
Even though you couldn't remember which one was which.
Yeah, I keep wanting to call the syringe the scalpel. I know which one is which. It is cool that it comes with a Ben Tramer mask. But it's like one of the things, they would never make a Ben Tramer figure. Because that would just be like, why? Mm-hmm. But it's cool that it comes with that mask. It's just, I like when they do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like both versions of the actual Michael mask. I like all of his accessories. Articulation's good. The only issue is that common issue now, I guess, is the lopsided hips, making one leg seem longer. Maybe it
doesn't seem that bad on him though.
No, it doesn't.
On some of the other ones.
But it's like my 2018 Michael Myers. It doesn't really seem to have it that much, but a lot of people did have that problem. So I think it's just figure to figure. Something inside maybe isn't right. But I really like this figure, and even though NECA said they weren't going to make any more from the other movies, I hope they do.
Yeah, me too.
I really want a part 1. And honestly, I would like, just like with Jason, I would like to get one from every movie. Even movies where I don't like his look as much, I still just kind of want to get one.
Or even don't like the movie as much.
Yeah. Was it like part 5? Or like, that was so bad, part 5. Still, I would like to get a Michael from every movie. I just don't. I remember they said they don't think they're going to do that, or can't. But at least we got this one.
Yeah,
it's better than nothing. So we got 2018 and part 2.
It would be really nice someday if they could make a part 1, because I think that there's a lot of people that would want that.
Oh, yeah, there is, yeah. I just wonder if it's something they absolutely cannot do, or it's just costing too much and they don't want to spend that money to use
it just seems like if there's any possibility that, I mean, that would probably have the most fans out of all of them.
Yeah.
Would be for the first.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Mezco made their 112 Collective Part 1, so it seems like they should be able to do it, but I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. But anyway, I do like this one. I'm glad we got it, and they did a pretty decent job on it. I like it a lot.
I just now noticed this syringe is in my mouth.
Yeah.
I wondered where it was at.
That's where I stuck it.
I'm not a junkie.
I'm not saying you're a junkie. Just saying you got a syringe in your mouth, that's all. Well, this is Evilcheese.
And I'm Topeka.
Thanks for watching and go back.
So, we're not brother and sister anymore. Are you crying? It's not that big a deal. Just, we're not brother and sister anymore. Oh, come on, Michael, it's not so bad. Okay, you can still kill me. There, that's better, isn't it? That's the spirit.
Hey, Lori, it's me, Ben Tramer. We can still go on that date. I'm not dead anymore. Oh, baby.
Oh, for shit's sake, Michael, kill me now. Kill me now.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh, damn